Okay, so this is our new document that we're going to be using for taking our notes. As you can see, I reformatted this so it fits much better for our situation. I put the rubric for how I'm going to grade them down here. I've changed it. Nothing's changed in terms of point values, but I changed the descriptions for each of these parts there. Now, what I want to do is talk about my guidance, okay? This right here, I want you to read every single time you take notes and for the next couple of weeks, just to remind yourself. But I'm going to give you examples of what I'm talking about there. So the first one, this is the biggest problem, okay? This is the one that worries me because this is the one that's going to make you lose your mind. I do not want to see this. It doesn't benefit you, it doesn't benefit me when you're trying to reproduce the textbook. That is not the point of taking notes, okay? This is too much information. And the way you pare down on that is by being hyper focused on the essential question. Hyper focused on the essential question. So, for example, I went into this set of notes and they did the same thing. They typed a great deal here. This is what's going to drive you crazy. And I went in and I was just like, okay, your essential question that you're trying to tell me you're answering is this one right here. And it's talking about societies and beliefs and practices. So I went in and I highlighted the things that actually are relevant to that question. Okay. These are the things that have to do with beliefs and practices and societies within Dar al-Islam. And so here's another perfect example right here. She took this great set of notes about the Green Revolution, but geez Louise, the Green Revolution only is vaguely related to shaping societies, right? It has way more to do with the intellectual innovation within Dar al-Islam, okay? Because they're talking about new ways of feeding each other, innovating better ways of doing agriculture, right? That's way more related to this one. So you got to make sure, particularly in our new way of doing things, that when you've got your societies up here, innovation down here, that information is going here, right? This is going under innovation. If we're talking about redoing her set of notes here. So I really appreciate, that's the worst thing about this is I appreciate the effort. It's just like, oh my gosh, if you've got that much dedication, if you've got that much effort, imagine how well you could be doing if you focus that energy on stuff that actually is going to help you in the long run, like writing a much more effective summary and focusing in on the things that are confusing you so that I can help allay that confusion. Okay. And then, of course, just the bare minimum process of actually thinking about what you're writing based on that essential question. That is what will help you actually processing what you're writing instead of just writing down everything because it's all important. The essential question tells you what is important. Now, this right here is maybe kind of a decent summary, but that is not what I want to see for notes. I hope nobody ever thinks this is successful notes. Okay, this is what I see when you just straight ran out of time. Happens to us all, but this is not effective notes. Okay, so now a good example. This is a beautiful example. Our summaries down here, okay, just a little too short. But this kid, I think, is also going to be one of our shining stars in the class, just on how well he processes the information. I think he's going to do pretty well. So that might be why he can get away. That's the nice, lucky ducks that can get away with writing less because their memory's there. But for the rest of us, we might need a little bit more specificity than this. Like I said, this is the best example I've seen, and I would only say it's right there on the edge of maybe leaving some stuff out. Okay, but otherwise, this is the perfect example I've seen, with the exception of these questions being more I wonder related, being more extension related, as opposed to clarifying. Here's another good example. I wanted to find a handwritten example. She highlighted stuff. Beautiful. Always, 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 when you're doing your summary, go back and highlight. This is kind of on the edge of maybe a little. No, this is over the edge. This is too much detail. But I did like his formatting. He's highlighting titles. That's helpful, bolding stuff. I just wanted to throw that in because I like his formatting. Okay, so that is what I want to see. Okay, reread these every single time. Okay, watch this video if you need to. And one last formatting thing: when you put in your essential question, like he did. Put in this next to it as well, the number. You can basically go into the slide presentation, copy and paste that into our essential question here too. Okay, and lastly, one more thing. These videos are going to help you understand the essential question. Okay, those videos will help you help you understand the essential question. Okay, so there you go. That is some guidance on how to improve your note taking.